Hello everybody. I was meant to do another video, but I realized that I haven't done metal updates in almost 6 months, so it was time to make one. So after the disappointment of Overnight Sensation, I wanted to buy another Motorhead album from the 90s, so I bought Snakebite Love, which is from 98, and I like this one better. The sound is better, overall song quality is better. Yeah, just good, solid Motorhead. Okay, then self-titled from the Roads. This is a double album version, so this one includes 3 bonus tracks. Just good, solid hard rock from the early 80s. They had really like heavy sounding. It's not, in my opinion, strictly heavy metal, but the good solid hard rock, really heavy sounding playing. But yeah, good stuff, good solid album, but I still have to say that I do prefer their Wild Dogs album. Okay, next 2 are upgrades. I'm showing the old copies here. This is Motorhead No Remorse. Back in the 80s I did have the leather sleeve, but for some reason I either sold it or traded it, I don't remember, and then later on I bought this copy. This one and the following album, they do play well, that's not the problem, but it's the condition of the sleeve. I don't know, can you tell, but there are pens always here, like on every corner. There's dents here, sticker removal. Just, yeah, I was just never happy with the condition of the sleeve, so it took me a lot of time, but I finally bought an upgrade. And another one is Scorpions Worldwide Live, and I bought this one in 85, so this was still a new release when I bought this as second hand. But there's a, can you tell, the spine here, it's already broken through. There's like scratches, there's dents here. Yeah, just at least this one came with a poster, but can you tell how the poster is bent? Just there's dents here. Just terrible how people treat the albums. But still, I did have this for 35 years before I bought an upgrade. Okay, next is Night of the Demon by Demon. Early 80s new wave of British heavy metal. Basically there was nothing wrong with it. There's a good solid heavy metal, powerful, fast metal, but it just didn't touch me. I just couldn't get into it, this one. So yeah, I don't think I'll be holding on to that one. Okay, next one is Tesla, Psychotic Supper. This is my second Tesla album, and to my opinion, this one has the same problem as the other Tesla album. It's just too long. This one lasts over an hour. So I think that I would like this album better if I would just listen to side 1 on one day and then on the next day coming back and listen to the other side. Yeah, basically there's nothing wrong because the songs themselves are good, but it's just too long. And one thing that I was surprised, but I shouldn't have been surprised, was that Bev knew that this album includes a song dedicated to Steve "Steamin' Clark, and that's called Song and Emotion. Okay, this is Cherry Pie by Warrant. I like the Dirty Rotten album, so I decided to buy this one also. And I think that it was Melinda who said what is also my opinion of this album. Title track here is the worst track on the album, so you probably have heard the title track. Just forget about that and listen to the rest of the album. It's much better, the rest of the album, than what the title track is. It's very, very commercial track compared to the rest of the album. So for example, listen to the second song here, Uncle Tom's Cabin, which is on YouTube. That's much more representative of this album than what the title track is. Okay, then I bought also an upgrade for Number of the Beast. As everybody knows, the front sleeve, the band wasn't happy with it because the pressing error caused the background to be much more blue, and this reissue is more faithful to what the original idea was. But what I am surprised is that Cloudy hasn't mentioned that the back sleeve picture is completely different to the original. For example, if you look at Bruce here, he holds the torch forward, and then look at Clive. There's a little bit of distance how he keeps his arm. And then look at the original sleeve, how Bruce is holding the torch up and Clive is very close there. And also everybody else here, their position is different. So completely different picture here. Yeah, I bought an upgrade because this my original copy has has got some damage to it, some battle damage over the years. So I thought it was time to buy an upgrade. Okay, then last year Motorhead released 2 of these box sets, Bomber and Overkill, and I bought Overkill because I didn't have Overkill on vinyl before. This is a triple album, includes the original album, and then second and third LP are full live concert from March 31st, 1979. Now, I understand the idea of including a full concert, but still there is no reason to have, because there are, between some songs, there is nothing happening. There's just silence. So those kind of things could be edited out. And also there's Fast Eddie Clarke is tuning his guitar, so you can hear that sort of sound. So those kind of things, they are completely useless. They just don't add anything, just the opposite. They take away from the the intensity of the listening experience. So those kind of things should have been edited out. And also there's some of the Lemmy's between song banter. Some of it, honestly, I thought was stupid. But some of them was really funny. I think he has a witty sense of humor, so I did like some of that. Also then, the booklet here. Let's see if I can show you. The booklet includes lyrics to all the songs. There are photos here, and then there are also interviews. I was hoping that this would have included interviews with Lemmy, Filthy and Fast Eddie Clarke about the making of this album, but it doesn't. This includes from some record company persons and concert promoters. So even though I was disappointed about that, but thinking about it, it actually was interesting to hear a different kind of a point of view to the proceedings at the time, because you usually never hear about that side of it. You only hear the band side. So it was interesting to hear a different side to the story, but still I would have preferred to have also interviews with the band members. Okay, hold on for a moment. Then next one is Finnish band Peer Gynt, Small Town Maniacs. This was originally issued in '94 on CD only, and now finally a vinyl issue. I didn't buy this back then. I just have this memory that I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't really like it back then. But now listening to it, I did like it. So maybe I'm more accepting of this album now than I was back then. Maybe at the time I was just, well, I do actually remember that I was like moving away from this type of music at the time. So in that sense, it's not surprising that at the time I didn't like it. But yeah, now I do like it. But one thing that I can say is that the sleeve spine, this is just insanely wide. You probably can't tell that, but it could be like for a triple album, when in fact this is just a single album. Just a waste of space, in my opinion. Okay, Quiet Riot, Condition Critical. If you have heard the Metal Health album, you have heard this one too. This is just more of the same. No real difference between these two albums. But I have to say that I prefer this album. I think this one is better than Metal Health, which probably many people are surprised to hear that. But yeah, I like this one better. Then live mini album Blue Oyster Cult, Some Enchanted Evening, 7 songs. Yeah, good stuff. I like this one. I haven't heard much. I only have one studio album by Blue Oyster Cult. But yeah, I like this one. It's more on heavy side, heavy sounding, heavy playing. Yeah, just good album. Good album. I like this one a lot. I most likely will be buying more Blue Oyster Cult in the future. And then Warlock True Steel. I did hear this album in the late 80s, and in my memory this one was more commercial sounding than what this is. When you look at the sleeve, you could think that this is easily more on a commercial side, but it's not. It's good, solid, raw, heavy metal, just like the previous album was. So yeah, just good, raw, heavy metal. I was very pleasantly surprised by that. Okay, let's end this one here this time. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. Leave a comment. Bye.